You can put every site behind HTTPS. Use the best browser, feel completely private, and your device is still shouting the name of every website you open, out loud, in plain text, to anyone nearby. It's called DNS, and it's basically a diary. In the next few minutes, I'll read that diary off live traffic, show you the one leak even HTTPS can't cover, and then the single setting that shuts the whole thing off. Wireshark's open. Only capture traffic on a network you own or have permission to inspect. Every time you open a website, your device first asks a DNS server one simple question. What's the IP address for this domain? By default, both that question and the answer are sent in plain text. Let me show you exactly what that looks like. This is what I call the DNS diary. Every DNS packet tells me that someone on this network wanted to visit a specific website, but I don't need both the requests and the replies. Let's make this much easier to read. Now, I'm looking at DNS queries only. This tells me exactly which domains the device requested, the order they were requested in, and when they happened. I don't need to decrypt HTTPS. I don't need to see the page itself. The domain names alone can reveal a surprising amount. Imagine seeing requests for a cloud platform, then an online shopping site, and finally, a hacking forum. Even without seeing the encrypted pages, you can already build a surprisingly accurate profile of someone's online activity. But those are only the questions. Let's look at the answers. Now I'm looking at the DNS responses. This is where the DNS server replies with the real IP address for every domain that was requested. For example, when the device asks for github.com, the DNS server responds with the IP address it should connect to. That means I now know not only what websites this device wanted to visit, but also exactly where those requests were sent. Once I have those IP addresses, I can follow the rest of the network traffic and see which servers the device is actually communicating with. The queries tell me what the device was looking for. The responses tell me where it actually went. Together, they give me the complete DNS story. Instead of reading hundreds of DNS packets one by one, I can open the DNS Statistics window and let Wireshark summarize everything for me. Right away, I can see how many DNS queries were made, how many responses came back, and whether any of those requests failed. I can also see which DNS servers answered those requests. In this capture, they're 8.8.4.4 and 10.89.0.1. If I expected a different DNS server, that would immediately stand out. Next, Wireshark shows the record types that were requested. Most are A records for IPv4, AAA records for IPv6, and HTTPS records used by modern browsers for secure connections. Instead of manually inspecting hundreds of packets, I get a complete overview of the DNS activity in just a few seconds. That's why experienced analysts usually start with statistics before diving into individual packets. Remember when I said HTTPS doesn't hide everything? This is what I meant. Even though the connection is encrypted, the website's hostname can still appear during the TLS handshake in a field called Server Name Indication, or SNI. There it is. The connection is encrypted, but the website name is still visible. That means there are actually two different privacy leaks. DNS can reveal which website you're trying to visit, and SNI can reveal the hostname during the HTTPS connection itself. The good news is that both of these can be reduced. First, enable encrypted DNS, either DNS over HTTPS or DNS over TLS, in your browser or, even better, on your router. That protects your DNS requests. Second, if your browser supports it, enable Encrypted Client Hello, or ECH. That helps hide the hostname during the TLS handshake. With those two settings enabled, your network reveals far less information about where you're going online. Now try this yourself. Capture a minute or two of your own network traffic, apply the DNS filter, and simply read the domain names. If you can build a profile of your own online activity from that list, and you probably can, then anyone else with authorized visibility into that traffic could do the same. Now enable DNS over HTTPS in your browser, start a new capture, and compare the results. You'll notice far fewer traditional DNS requests because they're now encrypted. And if your browser also supports Encrypted Client Hello, enable that too. Together, those settings reveal much less information about where you're going online. That's exactly why they're worth turning on. Now I want to hear from you. What was the most surprising website you found in your own DNS traffic? Leave it in the comments. I read every one of them. And now that you know what a network is saying, the next question is, what's actually connected to it? In the next video, I'll use Nmap to identify every device on a network, and even figure out what operating system it's running. I'll see you in the next one. Want to go beyond YouTube? Explore the Sentinel field guides for hands-on labs and real-world cybersecurity workflows. Link in the description.